We're gonna conquer it today, boy. Oh my God, we're on the gravel. Oh my God, we're on the gravel. What are we gonna do? Okay, well, we're just getting geared up here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm getting all my stuff ready. And I just wanted to give you a quick helmet review of these Bobster goggles. Got them from Fortnite, and they seem pretty cool. I mean, made specifically for motorcycles. They're motorcycling goggles, and they come in a nice kit like this, and it's got 2 extra sets of lenses. They have a clear pack, they have a little cloth that comes with them, and then they have a kind of a yellowy pack. I guess the clear is good for rain and the yellowy is good for maybe night driving. And then of course the dark sunglass model. And I thought they were pretty cool. They were a little pricey, but I thought, hey, let's get something special just for motorcycling instead of just your regular old pair of sunglasses. And they work really well as far as you know, cutting out the glare of the sun. And with the side, it's a little ventilation in the side. You can see the holes. And what that does is keeps them from fogging up, which is really nice too. The downside to them is that because they have these extended goggles, like the extended sides, it blocks out your peripheral vision. And that's not good when you're trying to do a shoulder check or look around. So it really cuts down your peripheral. And that's what I don't like about them. And so unfortunately I'm going to go back to the regular sunglasses. I certainly enjoy my ride much better because I can see better. I can see peripherally better. So unfortunately the goggles aren't working out, but I wanted to show you what they're like anyway. So they were cool glasses, but you just can't see to the sides very well, and that's not good for shoulder checks. Well, I'm putting regular gas in. I'm reading a lot of stuff on gas and how it really works and how it works with motorcycles. I know it's a long discussion on the boards about that, but we're going to put some regular in today and see. But I've noticed that my gas mileage actually improves, which means the engine's running smoother with lower octane. The manual says 86 or better, and we got 87 putting in it now. I usually go 91, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, 1378. So I just pulled over to change the function, if I can figure this out, and I think it's a function key up here. And what I want to do is, you can see how on my user mode I've got power 2, engine braking 1, and traction control like 6 out of 7. I'm gonna go a little bit less traction control, and I want to go less engine braking. It's debatable. It's a big debate on whether one is the weakest or one is the strongest. There's a very little difference actually between them, but the manual says that full is the weakest, but sometimes it feels like it's stronger. I don't know why. Anyway, let's try it back on the weakest, because I'm still not liking how much engine braking it's giving me. There, that's what I was looking for. Okay, now I can navigate into my settings, enter, and then I'm going to go into I guess it's function, and then user mode, and then my user mode 1, and now there it is. Okay, so keep power on 2. My engine braking, let's try it back on 3 again and see what happens. Well, one interesting thing I just realized is that I was 8 pounds low in that front tire when they installed it and I drove it home, and I was talking about it in my initial thoughts review that it felt kind of loose and bumpy, and I pumped it up to where it's manufacturer recommended pressure of 33 psi, and you know what, it feels nice and smooth now. It doesn't have that bumpy feel to it, that bumpy, loose, soft feel to it. So it must have just been that the front tire was a bit low. And here I was thinking it was the tires. You know, silly me, assuming that professional installer would pump it up to the proper pressure. I'm sure going 8 pounds low, some guys like to do that if they're doing some serious off-roading and you want to lower your pressure a bit, but for general use, knowing you're going to be mostly pavement, you should go to your manufacturer's recommendations, which is written right on the bike. They got a sticker right on the bike that says this is what the tire pressure should be, and that's what I go by. So I put it to that, and guess what? She feels smooth. It actually seems to handle better, doing the curves and that sort of thing. I feel more confident on it. So tire pressure makes a big difference, man. All right, so here's somewhere where I've never gone down. I always turn left here because it's pavement. You look straight ahead and you see, ooh, that loose, gravelly, dodgy looking road. Well, let's go. We're gonna conquer it today, boy. Oh my God, we're on the gravel. Oh my God, we're on the gravel. What are we gonna do? Oh yeah. All right, let's see how it feels. We got good tires. We got the whole bit. I just hope a whole bunch of trucks don't come my way. This is my first time, man. Virgin gravel rider here. But so far it just feels totally fine. It's hard packed gravel. I mean, we're starting with easy, but there's some loose stuff on top, but it doesn't feel like the tires moving around or anything. And it used to. On the street tires it does. I'm not even feeling the front tire move around. It could be because of these Dunlop Trail Max, I don't know. Here's some loose stuff here. You just gotta watch nobody comes bombing over the hill. Get ready to swerve if some big ass tractor comes over. I'm gonna lean forward slightly for this loose gravelly hill. I don't even have it in gravel mode. Maybe I should. I set it in sort of my user settings, which has a very high traction control, so I don't know if that's such a good idea, but I don't want to spin out either. You got to think about that too. You got to think, all right, so if I'm going up a loose gravelly hill and the back tire starts to spin a bit, what is the first thing you're naturally going to do? You're going to let off the gas. Well, that's what traction control does. But I know off-roaders, they can't stand this traction control because they want that tire to spin when they're trying to go over a log or something like that. Alright, I cut through. Why does this say no exit? I always thought that this went through somewhere. Oh well, we're going to find out where the no exit is. We may even have to do a dodgy turnaround. Ooh, dodgy turnaround on the back road. Dodgy gravel back roads. Should I set it on gravel setting? I don't know. It seems to feel fine with my user settings that I'm used to. But hey, it's our first exploration, man. First time exploring down these little roads that you always avoided before. I wonder if that guy's turning around down there. Gonna find out soon enough. Yeah, it's turning around just like I'm gonna. Okay, be careful here. These are the times you usually can have an issue. I don't want to get too sneaky or funky, but I wonder if I should put it in gravel mode just to see if it feels any better. Off-road, gravel. Oh, it takes a while sometimes. Alright, we're in gravel. Now with gravel, it's like full power, least engine braking, traffic control. It's, the only difference between that and my user mode, oh, the ABS is off. That's what it is. It turns the ABS off to off-road. Well, it says ABS off-road. Well, why would I want the ABS to be off if I'm going to slide around? Why would I want that? Sorry, yeah, I'm no expert at U-turns, especially on soft gravel shoulders. We already had our experience with lifting the bike yesterday. I'm putting it back to my mode because I want the ABS on for just straight gravel. I don't want to lock up the front tire or anything like that. I don't want it to do that if I'm going down a steep gravel hill or something like that. So I'm not sure why they would have the ABS off, but I'll keep that in mind if I ever want it that way. So, trying to keep my arms loose, looking ahead, not in front of the bike. That's hard to do when you're a beginner. Just like it's hard when you're a beginner driver. See how I avoided that rock on the road? When you're a beginner driver, your eyes go dart all over the place. And when you're an experienced driver, they just kind of stay in one spot on the road and you use your peripherals. But with the motorcycling, it's like I'm starting all over again. I have to train myself to look ahead on the road, or I'm going to be doing 40 clicks everywhere I go. Well, for now, we're going to do that. So we're coming down a hill here. I want to go easy on the front brake, and I'm applying a little bit of back brake, and I'm letting the engine brake do a little bit of work, even though it's on mild. And that's probably a little bit of overkill, but hey, baby steps, right? Baby steps, man. This ain't no gravel, but it's just a really nice road. You see what I'm talking about? If you're willing to take some of these roads, you're going to discover some really cool stuff that you weren't normally discovering taking the main roads. Trying to stick to pavement all the time, it limits some of the stuff you can see, even in your own area. So here we're on a back road that I normally would never have taken, because I would have had to do that gravel road to get here, at least on the bike anyway. And it's a really nice road. I'm liking it. I've got some new routes planning out. Look at that. We even got some curves and some iconic beauty, and it still gave me a little pavement. Just gotta watch the slippery stuff on the curve, but I think we're okay. Now this is funny. We have this like junk house here. I did see this once going by on the track, and this junk house here is just like a junkyard guy living in a junkyard in this old crappy house. And then you go up the road a little bit. Oh, there's some more gravel coming. And then everyone else has like these glorious mansions. So his neighbors are all like super ultra rich mansion people. And he just lives in his little junk house just across the way. Go figure. Beautiful little road, actually, see? You wanted to sneak back here or do a little fishing? I'm not really much into fishing, but I know a lot of them around here are. Look at this river. Isn't that nice?